We just had a really fantastic debate about the role of science in fiction, and I was wondering, as a scientist, firstly, do you think that science is pretty accurately portrayed in fiction, or is fiction wide of the mark? And secondly, to what degree do you think that fiction actually influences science?
I think the first part of the question is really hard to answer because there's such a range of different presentations of science. So in some things, science is well presented; others, it's considerably off the mark. Does that matter? I think people are probably bright enough to be able to tell the difference between the science in science fiction and the fiction in science.
And in terms of whether there's any influence on science from fiction, you talked about sort of there being day science and night science, and I know Sophie mentioned that there was sort of parallels between the way scientists work and the way that authors of fiction work. Is there a crossover?
I'm not sure. There may well be. I mean, certainly, I think people don't consider science to be a very creative endeavour, but I would accept that it is. So the way that you have to come up with new questions, new ideas, new ways of approaching things, I think that's all a very creative process. The output is very different from creative types, but I still think there's probably similarities between the two processes.
Fantastic, thank you.